Hi all, this is Aprajita from Freshersworld.com. Welcome to our YouTube channel, Jobs and Careers. This is our first session regarding user interface and experience. So let's start with what is user interface and experience. Actually, whenever we are using any website, if we'll go to Facebook, Gmail, anywhere, whatever we see, whatever user can see and interact with, that is user interface. So we will start with very beginning of the user interface, because it's better to learn from beginning and then proceed to another language, because this is the development area which will never stop developing. We'll start with the HTML for our first session. Here, for that purpose, I will let you know that HTML is hypertext markup language. This is the language where we write code to represent whatever we want to as a content or anything it can be to a browser. This is a communication between a browser and a developer to show our content to the user. First of all, I will tell you guys that it is really simple, because there is not much requirement for software installation and all. But yes, editor we need to write a code, so you can use any editor whatever you are comfortable with as a beginner. It can be anything, a notepad or a Sublime. I prefer Sublime actually, because it's really good and free also. So here you can see that in Google itself, if you'll go to sublimetext.com/download, you can select Sublime Text 3 page, and here you are having several options to download any one according to your PC configuration, whatever it is. It can be Windows or Ubuntu. And after installing it, you just run the application and you'll see this window here. Here I have already created one document with HTML, and whatever you'll write, it should have an extension when you're saving your file with .html. So yes, we'll start here with the very basic tags over here for the first line, and we always write it Doctype Html. Here doctype represents whatever version we are using for HTML, just to inform browser that this is the correct version. Sorry, that's not the thing. Yeah, HTML. This is our opening and closing tags, and whatever content we will write, it will go inside this. It can be anything, whatever you want to show to user, it will go inside this. These are tags, HTML. Inside this, we'll write one head tag. That is for meta information. Whatever information, meta information is basically whatever information we want to give about the document. That is meta information. Here we can declare several kind of meta tags. That can be char set equal to UTF-8. This tag basically tells about the character set encoding, as you people must have little knowledge about ASCII coding and all. So encoding, just for encoding, whatever data you will give to the browser, it will encode it to the binary format and it will understand whatever it is. And then we'll come to our next tag, that is body tag. Yeah, here your main content will go, whatever you want to show to the user, that yeah, hello, this is my first website, like this. You can open it directly in browser. Yes, so here you can see that here is the output, hello, this is my first website. So yeah, this is the basic structure for HTML document. So this is must to include, even if some in later versions you can see that head tag and body tag are not usually preferred. If you don't want to write it, you can avoid it, but it's not a good thing. You should always have the closing tags, because if you want to read it for XML parsers, then it's must. So this is the end for our basic structure of HTML. Hi all, this is Aprajita from Freshersworld.com. Welcome to our YouTube channel, Jobs and Careers. In the first session, we have discussed about UI, HTML, and that we have discussed about basic structure, and we'll go ahead with that and we'll come to know more about on the tags regarding that. So here we'll open the Sublime. Here we are having the basic structure of it. Now we'll write few more tags to represent our content on the body, so that we can show in the browser what our website is all about. We are having here heading tag, FW session 2. Yes, this is our heading for this particular page, and we can have 6 headings like that consecutively, H1 to H6, but it will decrease according to priority, and H1 is basically the main heading for the document, and after that you can have H2 to H6 for your other things to representing articles and other stuff. We'll see the difference after writing this. This is our H2 with less priority. Yes, now we will see, open it in the browser and we'll check the difference. Here we can see that FW session 2, this is the H1, and this is the lesser priority one, another one, H2. Yeah, now we'll move ahead with the paragraph tag, where we'll mention something in our paragraph regarding our article or anything it can be, whatever content you want to display. Never forget closing tags, always give closing tags. I am FW. Okay, our paragraph. Everything. I think it's fine. So here we are having one paragraph. Paragraphs are basically block level elements. As we can say, if you will write some more paragraphs in that, if you will add few more in it, it will take from the new line. They will give margin, top and bottom. They are not inline elements. Even if you will give the nested one paragraph inside paragraph, it will come in a new line. As you can see in the browser, we'll refresh it and we can see the difference. There is no difference even you have given the nested paragraphs also. It will come inside it in a new line. Yes, if we'll move ahead with the block level element, we have one more element, that is div. That is a division where we can mention anything, any content of ours, and that is also a block level element. Here we can give span and paragraphs, anything. So in division, first div, yes, here you can see this is the one. Again, if we want to represent something in line, means in the same line, then we can use span tag for that. Yes, now we'll check in the browser. See, I'm an inline element. Inside paragraph I have written this thing is representing in the same line as we have discussed. So if you want to give break after something, so we usually use break elements. Break tag is an empty tag. Whichever tag is not having any element inside, or we can't write anything inside, those tags are called empty tags, like break. So I'll write something dark one, and if I want to give break in between, I will write some other. I will refresh the doc. I will refresh. See, there is it automatically takes new line, like some doc1, and after that one break, and we are getting some other, as we can see there. Yeah, if you want to write something and you want exactly same what you are writing, means same format, same spaces, everything same, so we can use pre tag for that, like pre. Yes, this is the thing. If I will give something like I am having a good day, after that I will give full stop, after that I will give 2 spaces, and I will give something else. It's great talking to you. Yes, fine. So if we will check in the browser, we'll refresh the page. See, here we are exactly having 2 spaces gap, and same as we have written. If I will give something else also, you can give like that. It's pre-formatted. Whatever formation you will give, it will take that. So yes, so that's all for the basic tags. Hi guys, this is Aprajita from Freshersworld.com. Welcome to our YouTube channel, Jobs and Careers. In the last session, we have discussed about tags. In this session, we'll discuss about attributes related tags. Attributes are basically the elements which will tell you about what all contents and what all things you are having, and you are going to show. And then here itself, I have created one HTML page, as you can see here in Sublime, with the basic structure of the HTML, and in the head itself we are having that meta tag, that char set. I have explained it previously also. This is for character encoding. This basically tells to the browser which encoding we are using, and our first tag, which is the HTML tag, it's telling here about the which language we are using. This lang attribute will tell the browser then our content, whatever we are writing, is in which language. So here we are using English, so I have given it English. If you are having some other sections with different languages, you can give that to that particular section with the lang attribute. Yeah, now we'll move on with the body, and we are going to have few more tags. Here first I'll create one paragraph tag, and we'll give Freshersworld. Yes. So if I want to give some title to it, means if a user will hover on it, you want to give some information about it, that okay, Freshersworld is good, Freshersworld is this, and it's a job portal. So we can tell, like we can give a title for that, job portal. Now we'll see in the browser what is showing. Yes, Freshersworld, and when you hover on it, it's showing job portal. Yeah, as it works. So we'll move on to the next attribute, that is first I will tell you about anchor tags. Anchor tags are basically the tags which takes you to which creates links actually, and href is the attribute which will help you to do that, because there itself will pass the path for anything wherever you want to go. I am taking this image to my web page, and as you can see here, I have given path over here. Okay, now we'll see in our web page how does it look. Before that, I will get refresh it. Okay, something happened. I need to check. Okay, nothing happened. We have to give some text for that, and that's where it will come. That is so obvious. Okay, yeah, this is the link. When we click on the link, it's leading us to this image. Now I will tell you about some image tags. As you can see, we have given link and it's opening the link. But what if we want that image to open in our web page itself? For that purpose, we use image tag, and for that we have source attribute. It will open this source itself to the same page. Yes, as you can see here, this image is loaded in my web page. And then I don't want this image to be shown with this much of height and width. It's so big, as we can see over here. It's so big. It's having 1920 of width and 1200 of height. In the inspect element, you can see how much it's having. As here, it's showing 1920 width and 1200 pixels of height. For that purpose, we use size attributes, that is width and height. Height, yes. I have saved it, and now we can see here itself the size got reduced. Now it's only 100 pixels. If you are having some small images also, and then you'll give some bigger size, like if you have 100 pixel image size, width is 100 pixel and you are giving 200, then it will expand it. But normally it doesn't look good. It's like zooming some image. And yes, next thing I'll tell you about, we have two things, IDs and classes. You can add in any tag, in any division, anywhere, IDs and classes, but each tag can have only one ID but can have multiple classes. In future, I'll tell you more about how to use these IDs and classes. We can use it for styling as well as when interaction also, when we'll come to the other sessions of UI, of JavaScript and all. But for now, I just want to explain you that IDs and classes are only this much. Then we can give something like class 1 para 1 ID something you can give, and you can see over here. Yeah, see this ID and this class, you can do anything with that. If you want to make it, if you want to add some styles, that's something. Here I want to add some style, means I don't want to look it so blurred. I want it to be colored a little bit, something you want to do. So for that purpose, we use style attribute. I want to give it color colon. Suppose I want to give it red. Simply just write, refresh it. Now my paragraph is red colored. So like that itself, if we give something, it will work like that. In style, if you want to give any border, any background color, anything, we use style attributes for that. Next is formatting. So we can give we can use direction attribute for that. If you want your text should start from left to right, right to left, wherever it is you want, so you can use dir attribute for that. I want right to left, so I will give RTL. It's right to left. That's fine. What is the problem? See, it's working. It was not refreshing properly. So here we can see it now starting from right to left. So it depends on you how you want to show. And Next and the last I'll tell you about the in the attribute basic attribute section is hidden. Suppose you want to write some things which you don't want to show to the user, but it will definitely take the space in your browser. So yes, hidden content we're having here. Hidden, it's basically boolean. It will take like this also. We'll refresh it and we'll click on inspect element. We can see inside a body this element is hidden. Here we have passed hidden and this content is completely hidden. We can't hit display none. So yes, yeah, these are basically global attributes. Global attributes means we normally use in all the documents, all the tags, anywhere, wherever you are using. We are in the next sections we'll discuss about some other attributes which basically refers to a section. Hi all, this is Aprajita from Freshersworld.com. Welcome to our video channel Jobs and Careers. So in the last session we have discussed about attributes. In this session we'll go for some formatting with HTML, basic formatting stuff. So here we have one Sublime document, a basic document. I'll start with some content. Basically we'll do content formatting over here, and yes, some paragraphs, some will write something, and if you want to show something to user which is important, we'll do formatting for that. Yes, Freshersworld.com. Freshersworld is great website where it's writing, find somewhere website. Yeah, it's a great website for freshers. Yeah, if I'm having this content, I'm having contents like this, like a big paragraph or something. So for that purpose, if by any chance user doesn't want to read everything, so we'll assure that user should read whatever we want to present them. So even if they are not reading everything, they'll read a bit part of it and they will understand, like highlights or something we are having in newspaper, like that. So here I'll represent great. I'll use bold for that because I want to tell users, see, this is a great website, please come and subscribe. Yeah, see, here we can see this Freshersworld is great website. Yeah, here you can see this content in bold. Because it is important, I can represent it as strong content, because I want to tell browser also that every time take it as an important text. That is the basic difference between B tag and strong tag. Semantic difference. Grammatically it has some meanings and B doesn't have it. Now I want to show something in italic. Italic, basically if you are having some notes or something, you can give like that. If I want to give some notes, like note, before that I'll give some break, so it will come in a new line. Yes, note. Okay, it's empty element, so I need to close it over there itself. Don't forget to close and open. Note, this is, we are hiring now. Yeah, that's all. So yes, here you can see we are hiring now. that is a kind of note I have represent. You can use anywhere, wherever is beneficial for your website. So yes, emphasize is having the same reflect what I does, but em is having the same difference. Em and I are having the same difference what we are having in strong and b tag. See, you can see over here we are hiding now. Yeah, next I'll take insert delete. If I have some editorial content, I don't want to override it, I want to add something, I can use insert tag for that. Like we are hiding now, please come and register. Okay, sorry. Yes. Tag once, extra tag, register here. I want to show something like this, then see, like this you can represent something, insert it after this. And if I want to delete something, if you are not hiding now, so I will delete the content. I am not actually deleting, but I am showing that it's not there. So yeah, delete. Yeah, this now will go inside this thing. Yes, see, yeah, we are hiring, not now, but we will hire in some time, that we will let you know. And next thing, yeah, next thing I'll tell you about monospaced element. If you write something which is having, where content is having the same width, all the alphabets, everything is having the same width, because usually you can see here, it's, see, G is having a different width, R is having a different width, W is having a different width, E is having a different width, but you want to represent something like with a monospaced element. It's what we call it, like hello, this is me. Yeah, you can see every element is having the same width. For that purpose, you want to show some code in the coding thing itself, so you can use this thing. But yeah, so that's all for basic formatting. In the last session we have discussed about formatting, and we'll move on with that, and we'll discuss about CSS and colors, some more styling. Yes, so we'll start with a Sublime here. First I'll tell you about colors. Two kinds of representation is there. One is Rgb format and another one is hex format. So first I will explain you guys some Rgb format. If I want to give some color like this, style element, as I have told you previously, there is one attribute, style, and color, yes, background color, okay, background. Color I want to give, so here I will give an Rgb format. Yes, Rgb format usually it vary from, its intensity of colors usually vary from 0 to 255, like that. So if I will give 0 0, if I want to show green color, 0 0 to 55 is the maximum for that color. Rgb blue 0 0 again. Yes, now we'll check in the browser. Yeah, see, you can see over here it's green. Like this. It usually, if you want to give black, so everything will be 0 0. See, the darkest thing. If you want to represent white, all the R and G and B components will be on its extremes, 255, 255, 255, like this. Yes, this is the one way to write, to give colors. And another way is hex format. it will vary from 0 to FF. FF is the extremist one. If I give 0 0 and I want to show the green, then extreme FF 0 0 again. We'll check here. See, now it's green. Yes. So that's all about color. Now we'll move on with the styling. Different way to represent styling. I have taught you about this thing. Inside body tag, I have written this style tag. This is called inline tag. And this is called inline styling. Inline cascading style sheets. Basically, it's of three kinds. This one represents inline. One more is internal. And another one is external. Internal means when you are having style tags inside the head element. This is the basic rule. You should write style tag in the head itself, so that first it will load style and then it will load all the other contents. Yes, this is done. Style type, text CSS. Here I will give simply color ash, or I will give blue, like this only. You can give direct colors also. Some will be fine, not all, but yeah, this is not the way. We have to give something. We have to give something. How we can call this in my body or anywhere, inside any tag, because it's not referring to anywhere. So for that purpose, I'll create one class that is for like ABC or some name, whatever you like, you can give. I'll take this color and I'll put it inside here. Yes. So I'll write something and I'll give that class over there, and you'll come to know that this is the thing. Yes, this class, yes, ABC. Okay, how it will represent that? We didn't write anything. We did write. Now you can see here the content is blue color. Similarly, whatever style you want to give, you can give. Further, for regarding CSS, more border and more styling, we'll talk when we'll start with CSS. Now for the basic introduction, this much is enough. And if we are having one style sheet which we want to give for several documents, means several web pages we want to represent on. If we are having the same styles for other web pages also, for that purpose we use external style sheets. That also we'll call in the head itself. Here I will give a link to that website, to that CSS. This is style sheet, type is CSS, href is external dot CSS. Yes, this is the thing. Yes, rel equal to style sheet basically represents the relation between the current document and the document we are defining over here. We are going to redirect to. So yes, and if you want to create any external style sheet, you should save it with .css extension and write something in that. I will write over here like external. I will give something color as red. Yeah. So this class I'll call for my other content over here. Some div I'll create and such div. Yes. I am external file div and class. You can give IDs also. instead of classes, just remove this dot and give that hashtag. Yes, external. I'm done. And now we will check in the browser. We'll refresh our page. Yes, here you can see I'm from external file. Suppose you are having one file which is not in the same folder, you just give the path over here to that for that folder. Suppose if it's home / something, if it's inside home folder, so it will come like that. If files are in the same folder, just give the file name in the href. That's all. So that's all for the basic styling with cascading style sheets. We'll get back to you with the next some more sessions with some more information. Please like, share and subscribe our channel, and if any comments, please tell us. We'll be glad to give all the answers, whatever it is. And if any basic topics or some other topics you want us to give information about, you just let us know. So thank you for today.